I just launched a free training series to help you learn every day from billionaires. It's 30 days. It's called the Billionaire Mindset, and the link to join is in the description below. So to celebrate, please enjoy this video from Jack Ma from our vault.
All the smart people at that time, they went to Microsoft and IBM. And headhunting companies came to headhunt all the best guys from us. And we are the people, nobody come to headhunt us.
If you quit on something too soon that you still love, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Jack Ma. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
The people who do the model should believe in the model, and I believe what I do.
Our first IPO year 2007, when Alibaba IPO'd in Hong Kong, year 2007, we had a lot of millionaires in the company. And I asked my colleagues, we have like 300 people become millionaires. And I asked them, hey, now tell me, you become millionaires because you are smarter than the others? The people said, no. We even cannot find jobs. Right? Because you are hardworking? Yes, we work hard. We find more people hardworking than us, but they did not succeed. Why they're not smart? All the smart people at that time, they went to Microsoft and IBM. And headhunting companies came to headhunt all the best guys from us. And we are the people, nobody come to headhunt us. We have no place to go. We believe in ourselves. We believe our dream. We work together. So I say, we are the people because nobody wants us. I am the person. Over 30 companies don't want me. Right? So we are the people get used to be rejected. We are the people get used to be say no from the other people. Why people should help you? People help you. That is unusual. People do not help you. That is very common. You should work to earn to be helped.
If you quit on something too soon that you still love, you will regret it for the rest of your life. If you don't love it anymore, quit. Move on. You will never win doing work that you hate. But if you love it, and you move on to something else, you will look back on this day and regret it for the rest of your life that you did not see it through. Most people spend their entire life living with regrets. Don't let that be you. The hardest decision I ever had to make in my life was being an entrepreneur. I struggled a lot with the decision, do I want to be an entrepreneur, and had this opportunity to make $300 a month and earn 30% of a company versus going to work at a job that I thought I wanted, a job that I'd been preparing myself for, that this is what I wanted to do. It was in my high school yearbook of this is where I was going to be. And here it was, earning 6 figures, traveling around the world, doing the investment banking that I thought I wanted to do, versus making $300 a month and owning 30% of a company. And the thing that allowed me to push through and be an entrepreneur was me saying, I don't want to live with regret. That I would rather know and fail than not know. And I gave myself a year. I said, I'm going to give myself a year to do this. I could always go back and get another job. It may not be the same job. It probably wouldn't be the same job. It may not be as much pay. It may not be traveling as much as this job was offering me to travel. But this entrepreneurial thing, this opportunity that I had, I never knew if it would come back again. Like I thought maybe this will never happen to me again. And so I decided to go for it. And we struggled and it was hard, but I never ended up having to go back and get another job. And so if you're at an inflection point, if you're thinking about which path should I take, A or B, lean in with your heart. Stop using your head. Your head only understands the world that currently exists. Lean in with your heart and ask yourself, which decision will I regret more if I don't do? And then go take that action. I became an entrepreneur because I didn't want to regret not having at least tried. And a great moment in my life came a number of years later, where one of the people I went to university with came back and said, Evan, I went down that path. I became the investment banker and I hate my life. How do I become an entrepreneur? And I looked in his eyes and I saw the desperation and the sadness and helped him, but also was so grateful that that wasn't me, because it could have been. So how do you live a life not filled with regrets? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step number 1, ask yourself, do you still love it? If you are making something, if you're in the process of creating your business and it's not getting results, ask yourself, do you still love it? It's easy to keep going when you're making money and everything's working, right? When you're at the high, it's easy to keep going. But when it's not working out, for me, when I was making videos and it wasn't working out, it's hard to build a YouTube channel. In the early days, I kept going because I loved it. Ask yourself, this thing that you're doing every single day, this thing that you're worried about leaving and quitting and giving up on, do you still love the process of it? Not just getting some result, not just making $1 million, not just getting 1 million subscribers, whatever your outcome is, the process, the work. Do you actually love the work? If you do, then you have to keep going. Step number 2, ask yourself, how can you keep going? How can you keep going? How do you keep the momentum going? The biggest thing missing for most people is momentum. You're just not doing enough on a daily basis. You stop and start and stop and start and stop and start, and people give up and they quit too soon before you allow that momentum to grow and to carry you. So how can you keep that momentum going? How can you do something every single day to move your mission a little bit forward? Not taking giant steps, but just a little bit tiny step forward every single day. Even if that means you have to go back and get a job. Even if that means that, listen, maybe you're out of money right now. Maybe you took a bet on entrepreneurship and you tried it for 6 to 9 months and now your bank account is dry because you spent it all. Great. Maybe you have to go back and get another job. 1, make sure that that job is something that you're going to learn from, not just make an income from. But then 2, make sure that when you're coming home, you're still spending 30, 45, 60, 90, 120 minutes every day. Don't let the momentum stop on your idea. And step number 3 is ask yourself, what will you do to sustain that momentum? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going? Whether you're having pictures on your wall like I have here, whether it's watching videos like this on my channel every day, listen to a podcast, morning routines, you need to inject that into yourself every day. When you don't see the light, when you're not seeing the results, when it feels like there is no momentum, you need to demand that boldness in you every day. So ask yourself, what is the thing that makes you feel alive, bold, confident, that makes you want to go out and create and build momentum even when you don't see any light around you? What is that thing that you need? And then bring that into your morning routine. Demand that from yourself on a daily basis. Instead of hoping that you wake up all motivated today to go out and do work, successful people demand excellence from themselves on a daily basis because they put something in their morning routine that reminds them of what their mission is and how important it is to move forward. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what do you do when you feel like quitting? Let me know down in the comments below.
I've got my lucky red backpack, I gotta go sell this thing. I call Neiman Marcus around the corner of my apartment in Atlanta and I said, hi, this is Sarah, I've got a product I wanna come show you. And the lady kind of laughed and said, well, we have a buying office, and that's in Dallas. I said, oh, okay. So I hung up and I called the buyer, and from my cold calling days, I knew I'm not gonna leave a message, I'm gonna keep calling until this woman answers the phone. So the second she answered the phone, I took a very deep breath, I was so scared, and I said, hi, this is Sarah Blakely, and I've invented something that's gonna completely change the way all of your customers wear clothes, and I'll fly to see you if you'll give me 5 minutes. And she just kind of took a pause, and she goes, well, where do you live? I said, Atlanta. She goes, all right, if you're willing to fly here, I'll give you 10 to 15 minutes. So I jumped on a plane and I went to the Neiman Marcus headquarters. Before I went, I was, my few friends, I had my lucky red backpack. They stopped me in my tracks. I had my closest friends, they go, Sarah, please, they were pleading with me. Please don't bring that red backpack to the Neiman Marcus headquarters. I mean, this was my old backpack from college. It was dirty and, They said, do anything. You can't bring that red backpack. I mean, if you need to, go buy a Prada bag, return it the next day. I mean, whatever you need to do. But don't bring that red backpack. Well, I took a very deep breath. I said, you know what, this is my good luck charm. I got to bring it. So there off I went with the Ziploc bag in the backpack, the color copy of the packaging. I went to the Neiman Marcus headquarters. I'm sitting in front of this buyer that was the most impeccably dressed woman I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, even her pen matched her outfit. I was just... And I was shaking. I had my red backpack on the floor, and I started going into my spiel, and I knew I wasn't really making a ton of sense, and so halfway through it, I go, you know what? You just have to come with me to the bathroom. She's like, excuse me? I go, I know, it's a little weird, but just please come with me to the bathroom. I'm gonna do my own before and after for you, and then you'll get it. So we walk down the hallway, I mean, in total silence. I'm like, I can't believe this. I go into the stall, I have on the white pants that caused me to invent it. I come out with the Spanx on. I turn around, I had just shown her what it looked like without the Spanx on, and she took a step back and she goes, I get it. And then she goes, it's brilliant. And then she said, I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm gonna put you in 7 stores.
If you want to get the billionaire mindset, you can join my free training where every day for the next 30 days, I will send you an amazing video so you can start hanging out with billionaires. The link to sign up is right there next to me. Go click it. It's amazing. I'll see you there.